Hey, gentleman and gentlewoman, y'all singlets and single gents out there. We have a great topic tonight on Why Are You Still Single podcast. Hey, before we get started, I need you to like, share, and definitely subscribe to the Why Are You Still Single podcast. This is your girl, Miss Athina, and we have Elder Moore in the building on
Hey,
this great topic. Hey
Hey
there,
y'all,
James,
what's
how
up?
you
What's up? What's up?
doing?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We doing
huh?
great, great. Hey, thank you so much
Not
for
to how,
coming aboard on the Why Are You Single podcast. We're gonna have some fun with the topic. The topic is basically, is a woman a real reflection of her man? And I picked a good man that knows how to treat his woman. He's a married man,
Absolutely.
y'all, and we're gonna get right into the topic. Hey, James, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So let's go back a little bit. So if a woman is truly if a woman is truly the reflection of her man, what kind of man were you in your first marriage?
I was a mess. Let's be honest. I was a mess. I didn't really know my own identity.
All right.
Uh, I was battling addictions after addictions, and try to cope them with other things other than what I was supposed to cope them with. And plus, a lot of things was going on both sides of the marriage. You know what I mean? I lost attraction because, she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. Then I lost confidence in myself after I was held hostage in 2008 because that had a lot of mental trauma. So I was really like literally all over the place. So I was not capable of giving her something to reflect on, as well as she wasn't giving me nothing to reflect on. It goes hand in hand.
You know what? That's very courageous of you. That right there says a lot about you as a man. And any men out there listening, hey, you could just spill the tea, and just say it like it is to help somebody. Thank you for that. So, back then, you all broken and going through stuff, and your mirror was shattered. So she was shattered. What
Absolutely.
I mean, do you think a lot of men are going through that and they're going through like pride and they're not showing it? That's why everybody's
Um,
saying, what's going on with that?
I would say naturally a man is prideful. One thing about a man, you shatter his pride, you shatter his manhood. And the problem with this generation, we got too much pride. It's okay to show your feelings. It's okay to show your emotions as a man. But these men nowadays, what I mean, they got too much pride, and you really don't even have nothing to be proud about. You pride because you got a whole bunch of shoes in your closet, or you got a whole bunch of money, or you got all this jewelry. But what substance do you have? And back of old, the men back of old had a reason to be private because they went to work. They provided for their family. They had a little chip on their shirt because they was doing manly things. This generation is soft as cotton. You push them, they fall. And like things happen, they shatter. And the problem is that they prideful but with no substance.
Prideful with no substance. That is a good cue. I think like women are the reflection of their men.
Absolutely.
I think about like some situations I was in, and I think about like, wow, but I don't want to put all the blame on, the man not leading right. So now you're in a different space. You're married again. How
Yeah.
did you like transition from like this, if I could say it like this toe down to the flow, like just kind of hanging on a string of a marriage, and then like, boop, you get, love happens again.
Well, that came with trial and error. and honestly,
Tell
and
about it.
honestly, I prayed for my wife. What I did not do in my first marriage. I didn't pray for my wife. I know if I could be really honest, I married my first wife based off of her being there when I was going through my mental state, coming from being held hostage. So that I could really be honest with that because I freed myself. Um, But this one I prayed for. I prayed for a specific woman. And when you pray and you mean that prayer, God will answer whatever prayer if it's in His will. And mind you, my wife, she curbed me for 4 months. My wife curbed me for 4 months. And when we finally did have a conversation, we
When
found
you
out that
say curb, do you
she
mean like she
dissed
didn't give you none, or
she
I
dissed
mean,
me. She
what's
wouldn't
curb
talk to
mean?
me. She wouldn't give me the time of day. She curved me like four flat tires on the sidewalk. She curved me,
Okay.
and she didn't. She was like, nope, 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 nope. But then it took one good conversation for me to be able to change her mind. I did not ask my wife, "Can I be her boyfriend?" I didn't ask my wife on a date. The first thing I asked my wife was, "Can I be a pre-husband?" Because
Oh,
because my thing is this, and it came with me growing older. If I'm gonna date at 30, I'm dating for a future. I'm not dating just for Netflix and chill. I'm not dating just to see if I can get you, if I still got it. I'm dating for a purpose. So
and you know what? Let me cut you off for a minute. A lot of people ain't out there dating for a purpose. The Netflix and chill is like,
the
let's see
new
if the
vibe,
good
yeah.
is good. How did you? And I'm just gonna get deep
Let's
because you already
go.
got children, and
Let's go.
all respect, you having another baby right now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, how did you get past Netflix and chill? It sounds good. We pray
Well,
and we know that
right.
God answers, but people are listening like, come on, bro. Did you really get past Netflix and chill, or you hit it and then she ran? What happened?
Honestly, with my second marriage, I did not touch my wife for about 4 months. I didn't touch my wife for 4 months, and we both made that decision because we both came out of a relationship where it was just all about sex. And honestly, in my first marriage, you know, it was there at the beginning, but then it stopped, which is why I became a hot mess of who I became.
Right.
But I had to
Yeah.
challenge myself and really ask myself, do you want to take old baggage into a new relationship, or do you want a clean slate to where you can grow? The problem is in this generation, we take old baggage and it's identified as taking your weakness with you into a new relationship. What you got to understand, what is your outcome in the new relationship? Do you want to grow and evolve in the new relationship, or do you want to just take your weakness and have this woman or have this man pacify your weakness instead of holding you accountable? So I made the decision that I want to grow. I want to evolve. So I had to cut and kill my addiction to wanting to always want it, or not even just always want it, but always want it from the wrong person. And when God gave me my wife, man, He gave me a diamond in the rough because we were both like, how we going to fix this or how we going to do this, and it was hard. It was it was hard. Like we was in church like 4 times a week, like the old school days. Like we was literally at Bible study, choir rehearsal, uh, Friday night live, Sunday services all day. So we kept ourselves busy. And plus, we both had jobs, and it was just to the point where we both made the decision we want to grow in this one. We don't want to die and die, being a whore. If I could just say it just frankly,
Hey,
like
it
we
is what it
like
is.
like
That's
we
possibly
like we
why we
really
got
want to
this.
evolve. And
Yeah.
it's sad that you got some people that's comfortable being the side chick or being the side dude. Like, no, what do you want? You gotta know your value and understand that you're more value than a liability if you just change your mindset.
I appreciate that wisdom. You know, people that do not have Christ-centered lives, we can talk on that level all life. We talking about people that need that feeling and need that fix. I need to lay down with somebody, and we know that they're soul ties, but somebody that said, you know what, get out of here with that. That's my boo, that's my bae, he my man. It's all these broken pieces coming together
Mm-hmm.
and making more brokenness and never
Exactly.
getting to the root of the problem. So that's where all these reflection of these women our generation we see are broken because the men are not. Would you say the men are not standing up and making the right mirror for them? I
Yeah,
mean, what?
yeah, like just like I posted last week about the husband working towards, providing for his home. Two things how you could, cure or heal a woman brokenness. One, you have to
Okay,
know
wait,
that
wait, wait, wait. I got to get my pen. Hold on. Got to get my pen on this one. Might have to write another book because I don't want to miss
um
this. Okay, I got pen and paper. Go ahead. And don't you
not
try to
like
charge me either.
I'm not I'm
Okay?
not I'm
I
not
ain't doing no Cash App and no Venmo or nothing. Okay?
I'm
Come
not gonna
on with
charge
it.
you. But honestly, there's two ways that you can heal a woman's broken. My wife, she was broken.
Okay.
And one thing I had to do was I had to speak life into her. The one way a man can literally speak life into a woman is he has to lead correctly. It's two types of leading. You could be an old control leader, or you could be a perplexed and passive leader. What is the perplexed and passive leader? A perplexed and passive leader is not. I'm not going to treat my wife or who I'm with as a doormat, but I'm gonna treat my wife or who I'm with as a partner, not just in business but in life. The problem is that we could do partnership in business, but when we get home, oh, I say what happens. I say what. No, it's two voices. Now, if she respects you and respects your leadership, it will be one voice at the end of the day because she's gonna be like, "Well, what do you say?"
Say that again. One voice. It
It'll
ain't
be
none of
one
this.
voice at the
It's
end
not
of the
that.
day.
It's not that. We don't have none of that.
Exactly. And I tell men, if you have a wife or a woman that's always chirping and clapping back at you, you need to check your leadership because obviously you have deterred her from a from a plan that you fed her in the beginning. And,
Hmm.
and the problem is that we feed the woman all these dreams. Yeah, babe, I'm gonna give you the world. Yeah, babe, you ain't gonna have to. I'm gonna work so that I'm gonna work so hard so you ain't never gotta work a day in your life. The reason my wife can respect me and honor me and love me the way that she do and follow me the way that she do or stand beside me the way that she do is because I told her those exact words. I said, babe, I'm gonna work. I'm going to work. I'm gonna work to a goal to where you don't have to work. My wife, literally, since we've been married, going on 3 years in December 1st, my wife has literally only worked 6 months out of our whole marriage.
That's what I'm talking about. But I mean, we're in an age right now where there's a women's live, and then some women are not really listening well for their mate. They're catching it, and
Hmm.
we grown. I'm just gonna say like they catching dick boys. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And they get all caught up in this the wrong head, and
Yeah,
their head is gone. And
and
so it makes a bad thing for. And you see the reflection of it. You and I can see the
absolutely
reflection of it. But what do we? You a man of God, me a woman of God. How
right.
do we I mean, because I used to be chasing after dick guys too. So I'm not gonna act
Mhm.
like I'm all that in back chicks, which I
Right.
am, but that experience is like, woo,
Yeah.
you probably chased after a couple of skirts before
Yeah.
you really plant your seed in the dirt.
I
But I
did.
mean, all these reflections, and I thank you for your information, all these reflections, it seems like, oh, it's the man's fault that the women is all tore up. No,
No.
no, it's
Sometimes.
not.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's the woman's fault because they allow these men to play with their mind, and it doesn't start with the man. That's what people fail to realize. This generation rather go for the surface of the problem instead of to the root of the problem.
yeah. Hmm.
Any surface has a root. You can't just hit the surface. You got to get to that root of the thing. It's almost pulling out the weed. You can't just cut it at the top because it's gonna always grow back. But if you just get down to that root and dig in that dirt and get your hands dirty and pull that thing out, then and only then will you kill the root. The problem is that the woman that was always chasing, as you say, the dick boys or whatever. The problem is that they were going through something in their childhood. They saw something that was normal. They saw, let's be honest, they saw Mama with Uncle Ray Ray, so-called Uncle Ray Ray. They
Yeah.
saw the aunties. They saw, the other women in the neighborhood. They come back. They got Gucci bags. They got bamboo earrings when it was really popular back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. The bamboo
Mm-hmm.
earrings. They had the gold rings. They thought they saw a false narrative of what a woman should be. And
Mm-hmm.
the problem, and even some of these men, they saw a false narrative of what a man should be. They saw the man hitting the woman, which is why you got women right now that's tolerating domestic violence. They saw the one. They saw the man, being a good dope boy. They saw the man going after quick cash and flashing all his money on Instagram. They saw this. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, we didn't have Instagram back in the day, but they saw the money. They saw the fast cars, the fast chicks. Just like our boy Roddy Rich, RJ. He got
Mm-hmm.
a and he talks about the fast stuff. And he said something. He said fast things also has fast consequences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what
Mm-hmm.
people don't fail to realize is that we can't always go after them. You got to know your value. You got to
Mm-hmm.
know that you are a queen. You got to know that you're a king. And any
Mm-hmm.
young person that's listening to this, that's in that situation, learn your value. Understand, you're more than what the society say you are. You're more than what even if your mama said that you was nothing. Your daddy said, who cares? You got
Mm-hmm.
to understand that you're valuable. And as long as you are breathing, as long as you waking up in the morning and you got breath in your lungs, you got to look yourself. If you don't have no cheerleader, so what? Be your best cheerleader. Speak to yourself, cheerlead yourself. I am somebody. It may sound
Mm-hmm.
redundant, it may sound kind of foolish or premature, but once you keep activating yourself, trust me, what you activate will soon come to your reality.
Yeah, they said don't give a preacher a mic; he'll go on and on and on.
I'm
So
sorry. I'm
I love
sorry.
the encouragement.
I'm sorry.
He on his second close. That's all right. That's some good food.
I'm sorry.
Hey, this is the last question. So, if we were to see your wife on screen right now, and she is a reflection of you, what would you say she is?
My wife is a queen. My wife is a jewel. My wife is a ruby, which is one of the richest diamonds in the world. My wife is literally everything that I am. She's not a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of her. Why do I say that? Because she talked to the king in me when I didn't even believe the king in me. She pulled something out of me that I didn't even know that I had. She saw the potential in me to be the best husband that I can be, that I didn't know that I could be. So in reality, yes, she's a reflection of me, but in really totality, I'm a reflection of her. Because a man only changes for a real woman that he believes that will take them to this next future. So my wife is literally
No,
everything that I am.
thank you so much. If you chimed in a little late, go ahead and rewind and hear it all over again. This is the Why Are You Still Single podcast. We got Elder James Moore on here, and this is Miss Athena. Just check yourself and see what mirror are you looking in. Is that boo really you? Is that pipeline really you, sis? Is that money really you? And if it don't reflect you, you know what to do. I ask you to subscribe and like and share. And please put some comments down there because your voice is valid. We out.